Alright.
Welcome back to Happy Hour Japan.
Yep. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Aaron. And this is the remote control for the TV that's going on over here right now. I'll put that down for now.
Let me grab a bottle over.
Alright. So Kevin just came back from Japan relatively recently, and I think on our last episode we were talking about money and stuff like that, but he brought up toilets for some reason, and so that's what we're going to talk about this episode, is toilets, and some of my exciting stories about toilets in Japan. So, Kanpai.
Alright. So, toilets in Japan.
Yeah.
I think that the interesting thing about toilets in Japan are that they span the entire spectrum.
Yeah, they go from like
holes in the ground
to like robo toilets that play music. I toured a house one time. It was like a model house that you could go into, and the tour guide that's showing people around the house is like, okay, going off camera. Okay, why don't you go in here? Here's the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. He's like, well, try the toilet. I'm like, is this normal to try the toilet in a model house when you're looking at real estate? I don't know. And so I sit down, and it's like, I was like, oh shit, the opera's playing. Oh, this is crazy.
Well, they call that, I'm not exactly sure. I think they call that otohime, which is actually designed for women who, don't want flatulence and other splashing sounds to be, to permeate, the stall next door or the room next door. So they made this feature that plays music. Or sounds of waterfalls or birds chirping to kind of cover it up. Very interesting. But like Aaron said, they do everything. I mean, without getting too graphic here, they will wash and dry and keep warm and
bidets. It's kind of they have bidets.
They have bidets. They have, but there's separate ones for.
Yeah, they have a blue button and a red pink button, or a red button. One's for men and one's for women.
Well, one of them's for pooping and one of them's for cleaning.
Yeah.
This is a very awkward episode. I apologize. Well, I don't know what we were thinking.
But no, we actually did get an email. Somebody said,
"Yeah, hey, we did. We did get an email, like I mentioned.
You should talk about toilets." And I think it's valid because everybody's got to go to the bathroom when they're in Japan. So everybody that goes is going to experience a toilet.
That reminds me of a very popular Japanese book, children's book called "Everybody Poops." If you haven't seen it, you should check out. Like a Kinokuniya, if you have a Japanese bookstore near you or something like that, you should check it out. Everybody Poops is a great book. Aaron was talking about, you should just, in our last episode, was talking about, just Google Japanese toilets and you'll know what we were talking about when I was talking about Eastern style toilets. But I'm pretty sure if you Google Japanese toilets, you're going to get the high tech things that I'm sure a lot of you have at least seen or heard of. Now, what I'm talking about are the Eastern original style toilets.
The OG toilets,
Those are bad. They are glorified holes in the ground.
Yeah, people miss a lot of times. I've seen, I've been in there and there's, stuff on the ground next to the toilet, and I'm like, okay, I'm not using this one. Next.
Well, we see that in America, too.
But this is different because it's the floor and there's a small area, I mean,
so
Japanese people are generally cleaner.
Yeah, if I can find a picture, I'm sure I will. I'll post it. I'll splice it into the video. But it's like there's ceramic
cover right here, about like this.
It's a ceramic bowl, like a toilet bowl, except it's set into the ground.
With the ground.
It's flush with the ground. It's got a little hood for, strenuous sprays.
Yeah. Something that I couldn't figure out in the beginning is which way I was supposed to stand.
Yeah.
So why don't we clarify that?
Okay. You stand towards the direction of the hood.
All right.
So, I don't know if you feel very uncomfortable or laughing on the other end watching this, but
it's not a laughing matter, Kevin.
I kid you not, this was a topic at the JET orientation when I went to Japan. They taught us how to use these toilets.
Well, it's important, because if you really gotta go and you're at a train station somewhere, there's a good chance that it's an older train station. They don't have Western toilets.
That's correct. In the city, actually, even in the middle of Tokyo, you will often find Eastern-style toilets. Obviously, the newer buildings, the newer train stations, the more frequently traveled places, airports, things like that, will have normal toilets that we're used to. You go a little bit outside of the city, you go to an older part of town, an older building. I know department stores in Osaka used to have the Eastern-style toilets everywhere. A lot of times they'll have one Eastern-style toilet and one Western-style toilet. And
I've seen that before, and then like the Western one's taken, and you got to go like now, and so you got to use the old-style one. Yeah,
but one big point of clarification. I know. Everybody I know, including myself, thinks that Eastern-style toilets are absolutely disgusting. And the image of Japanese people and Japanese culture is one of cleanliness. And you think, there's something wrong here. Why is it that Japanese people, traditionally use this absolutely disgusting form of, of a toilet? But if you talk to any Japanese person, you'll understand that it comes down to, they think ideally, from an ideal perspective, it's cleaner because you never touch any surfaces. You never touch a surface.
And in fact, it may be cleaner. But let me warn you, Westerners, you gaijin out there like me who haven't really, experienced these toilets too much yet. When you're doing your business, especially if you're going not number one, and your knees start hurting, or you feel like you gotta fall over, you have to put your hands somewhere so you don't fall over.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, but you might have to. I did, and I told my wife one time, and she was like, "Oh, gross! What's your hands? Oh no, God!" But I couldn't handle it. I couldn't really squat yet, so I was like, I've been there before, and you have to
legs are shaking.
Yeah, your legs are shaking. You have to brace yourself against the back wall with one hand. And if you slip, you're gonna break your tailbone or something. Either that, or you gotta put your hand on the floor. And I'm not putting my hand on the floor, man. I'm not gonna do that. So I don't know. Just word to the wise. You might want to work on your leg strength and your squatting before you go to the gym, just a little bit. You never know when you're gonna handle one of those.
Not to scare you, it's
most of the toilets are Western now.
Yeah, especially if you go if you're traveling casually in Japan, you will probably find a normal toilet. Just don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe if you travel to Kyoto or some of the older Nara, for example,
if
you might run into.
If you're backpacking, trying to be adventurous, go cool historical places, you're gonna see these things and you're gonna have to use them. So.
The biggest piece of advice that I learned about using Eastern style toilets actually came from that JET orientation, where they did a demonstration, just like Aaron did, where he squatted down, and I thought everybody was laughing and everyone felt really uncomfortable, but honestly, it's a very useful tip to know actually how you're supposed to use it. And the biggest tip that I learned from that is when you pull your pants down, pull it down to your ankles.
Yep, all the way down to your ankles.
All the way down your ankles, because as uncomfortable as it feels, all the way to your ankles, you will thank us.
Yeah, try it the other way if you want to.
Yeah, you can try.
You can do that if you want to.
Yeah, no, you find out very quickly that if you don't put it all the way down your ankles, that there's no geometric way that you can do your business.
Yeah.
So, instead of being perplexed, just go with the flow. If you run into one of these,
we've taught you some things about Japan here tonight. Just wanted to give a quick mention of our Quick Start Japanese course.
Absolutely.
It's a free 5-day deal. If you feel like you want more hardcore words and phrases, not as much culture. There's definitely culture in there too, but more actionable vocabulary and things that you can use because maybe you're going on a trip or you're new to the language, whatever. You'll learn survival Japanese in about 5 days. Actually, you get all the videos at the same time, so you can watch it, you could do it all in one sitting if you wanted to, but really it's probably better to let your brain digest the information, and do it over 5 days. So anyway, go check that out. It's at ispeakjapanese.net. Click on the green button and you will get there. So
that is correct.
Anyways.
That's right. So yeah, leave us a comment if you have any related stories about toilets, and
until next time.
Until next time, yeah.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.